Welcome to Westbridge Hills 22. I am Black Cat FS and this is our Use Machinery Challenge. We are back on Westbridge Hills and this is our Use Machinery Challenge. We are in the back half of May. In the last episode, let's get up in it. In the last episode we got this field harvested. This was our cotton. We were left with 2 bales, weren't we, when the episode finished. So there was one full bale that we got over 49 grand for, and then I can't remember what we got for the half bale. It was just under half, so it was just under 10,000. I just can't remember exactly how much we got for it, but you're looking at probably about 24 grand, something like that. What else have we done? Oh, before we came on, I went and took another load of bales up, but because it was already full, because the BGA was already full, they were just sitting there. Some have sold. There's just, you can see our money's going up. I was going to say slowly. It's going up steadily, and that's because those bales are just sat on the BGA, just slowly selling off. So you'll see that continuing throughout. We've still got nearly a full trailer full. I think we've got about another 20 bales sat on a trailer. Silage bales, I don't know if I mentioned that. Silage bales sat on a trailer, just waiting to be took up there and be sold. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't even have to be this episode, to be fair. The thing that we do need to do this episode is, one of them is obviously finish direct drilling this field, because if we don't, then that puts us another month behind. So we'll need to direct drill. We'll also need to roll it, won't we? I don't think, and by think I mean hope, that we'll need to put any more fertiliser on after this. I think it should be enough because we're using liquid fertiliser whilst we're drilling it. But if we do, we've got our sprayer, haven't we? We will have to get a herbicide on it, but whether we use our own sprayer for that or whether we go on hire one, I haven't decided yet, because there's bits in our big field as well that we need to get before the end of this episode. Also, I want to be buying another field. There's a couple I've got my eye on. I just haven't made the decision as to which one we're going to go for yet. Get straight. This is why articulated tractors are a nightmare. Yeah, so I need to remember to do that as well. I need to remember to buy field. There's one in particular where I think that it's very close to being ready to harvest as well, which would be nice if we can get a one like that. But we shall see. I think one of the bigger ones that we were looking at, that isn't as close to being ready to harvest, but it's got corn in, so that wouldn't be bad, because we're going to be selling off a lot of corn soon, aren't we? I say soon, it's like 8 months or something. But the other thing I was considering about buying another field is buying one in a different part of the map. Obviously we've got the area around the farm where we have our 1 arable and 1 grass field. Then we've got the area up here where we've got our 2 arable fields. So I was thinking maybe either one of the fields where the cow farm is, or closer to the town, like the other side of the map. So we'll have to have a look. I mean, we've got plenty of money. We've got 1.16 million. That'll go over 1.2 once we sell all the bales. I think, in fact I don't think, I know we've got quite a bit of bread to sell as well. I'm not sure when the best price, I can't remember when the best price is for bread. So we shall have to have a look at that. But yeah, I don't think there's a field that we can't afford now. I think we can afford every single one of them. It's just whether I want to spend all our money on one, because then you run the risk of something good coming up in the used machinery section, don't we? I mean, if we spent all our money on just one field and then a cotton harvester comes up in that used machinery, I would be devastated. I'd be absolutely gutted. Well, the only thing we'd do, we'd have to get a loan out, wouldn't we? We would have to do that, and I don't want to do that. I don't think there's any need to at the minute. It was such a good... Well, two things. Firstly, this tractor was such a good buy, but it was such a stroke of luck it coming up in the used machinery. Absolutely ideal. Oh, just while I remember as well, thanks for the last few subscribers. You've just got us over 300, which is really cool. Like, it's Monday, so it's like bank holiday. It's probably early hours Tuesday now, actually. But it's being bank holiday Monday in the UK, which means absolutely nothing to me because I still generally have to work them anyway. But yeah, bank holiday Monday, and we were on something like, I think I was on 296 this morning when I woke up, and we finished the day on 301, I believe we're on at the minute. So yeah, I really appreciate that. If you do watch and you haven't subscribed, by all means, please do. I think I have to get up to 1,000, don't I? I know some of the videos already have ads and stuff on, but to start getting like any revenue or anything like that, I'm sure I have to get to 1,000 subs. I say revenue. I'm sure it would be absolute pence. But having 300 subs is quite cool. I don't tend to look into that much either, so you get all the analytics on YouTube, which shows you where the majority of viewers are from and returning and stuff like that. I don't tend to look at that overly much. I know the UK and US is the highest for viewers, that is, for locations of viewers, but also Australia, Scandinavia, Ireland, Brazil. Seems quite a strong following for FS in Brazil. Obviously another absolutely massive country for farming, isn't it? There's always a lot of Brazilian maps as well, isn't it? And very unique. I haven't really put loads of time into a Brazilian map. I started up a couple on 19, but never really saw them through. I just sort of put a bit of time into them, but then carried on with whatever maps I already had. The good thing about the Brazilian maps, I think, is the equipment. A lot of the time you get very unique equipment, don't you? That's sort of very unique to the area. I remember on Jack Pine, I think I used a couple of vehicles that were sort of technically um, designed for Brazilian maps, but we used them on Jack Pine. I think it was the pickup truck that we started with possibly, and the lorry that we bought. I can't remember what they were called. But no, I mean doing a series on a Brazilian map might be something that we go to in the future. It's the same with the Polish maps. I never got into any of the Polish maps on 19 either. And I remember watching on 19 Daggerwin did that vintage Let's Play or Survival challenge, or it was something like that. It was called something like that. It was a really good series. It was a really small, sort of tight Polish map, and I thought that looked really cool, that map, but I just never started one myself. I think they're another one where they're so different compared to other maps, but probably once I get past that whole how different it is and the sort of uniqueness of it, I'm sure I'd really enjoy it. But yeah, that vintage, I'm sure it was a vintage survival challenge. That was really good. That's like, because basically that's how I like to play the game. So that's probably why I enjoyed that one so much. I mean, what are we in on No Man's Land now? I think we're at something like 118 episodes, I think we're on. In fact, it might be after this video will be a No Man's Land video, and I think that might be 119. Which I find absolutely crazy because prior to that, I think Jack Pine was the highest with like 40 odd. Although I did only start recording sort of coming to the end of FS 19, so I put the first video out in June, on the 25th of June 21, and then obviously this FS22 came out in November, didn't it? I might have still put a couple of FS19 videos out after the release of this one. I'm sure I was playing both, but only for like a week while we finished our Jack Pine series. I'm pretty sure prior to FS22 coming out, I finished the Greenlands series, and then as it was due out, we were just sort of winding down on Jack Pine. I think from what I remember there was one fairly substantial harvest to do, which may have been sunflowers. I think there was that to do, and then it was selling everything off, wasn't it? Typical. Selling everything off and then seeing how much we made from starting with nothing other than an old-fashioned pickup and a chainsaw, to then finishing with the total of what we did. Got 13% liquid fertilizer left. I so hope we're going to get this finished without having to travel all the way back to the farm just to put a bit of liquid fertiliser in. Because the other aspect to that as well is this planter will be getting returned because it's only leased. But seeing how quickly it's gone down, I don't think we're going to. In fact, do you know what? I might not return it. I might not go back to the farm to put liquid fertiliser in this. What I might do is just the bit that it doesn't do, I might just drive the sprayer up and get it sprayed off. I think that might be the most sensible way around it. Oh my god, just missing that little bit again. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be, there's going to be a small strip. Which is a shame. How long have we been recording now? Oh my god, we've been recording 60 minutes already. Was it last night's video? It might have been last night's video, which I recorded. There was hardly any time lapses. In fact, there was only a time lapse right at the end when we were doing the cotton, and I finished that thinking, do you know what? I probably haven't been recording for that long. I was thinking, well, I say that long. I thought maybe mid-30s, something like that. That's not even planting anymore, is it? Don't say you have to have fertiliser in it. Let's put that up, turn it off. Can I do it without? Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I thought probably haven't been recording overly long, maybe 30 odd minutes. I finish it, go to edit, and without the time lapse, it's like 57 minutes long. I couldn't believe it. I think once we'd edited and put the time lapse in, it was still like 50 minutes long. Right, so it's easy to see where the where it's going to need to be sprayed. It's just this one strip here, and to be fair, it will literally just be one run in our sprayer. It won't take long or much at all. And then once this is done, I'm hoping, obviously we need to roll off. We need to do that. And we need to get the grass cut really. I'd like to get that done before the end of the day. Then other from that, I think we're pretty much good to move into June. I think we got the majority of our work done in yesterday's video. So we can have a nice short video of about 48 minutes. Right, one last bit here. I'll do it as close to there as possible, because then it'll help with the spraying. Brilliant. Right, we'll get that folded up there. What I'm going to do, I'll get over to the farm. There we are, we're picking up speed now. We'll get over to the farm. We will start rolling. I'll probably do the majority of that off camera. In fact, I don't even need to go to the farm, sorry. Let's hook up to the roller here. I'll remind you of the size of the thing. And then I'll probably do a jump. Right. Get this stretched out. This is so big. I was saying for people who watch No Man's Land, after I used this, I then went on to No Man's Land, and I had to roll two of my fields on there, and I unfolded the roller that we've got on there, and I was waiting for it to actually unfold, not realising that the roller was unfolded, but it was only a 6 metre roller, because I was waiting for something like this, which is like, I think this is 24 metres, this roller. Gonna have to get the tractor fixed as well. It's probably going to cost quite a lot of money actually, isn't it? I think with this and a couple of other machines that I've bought recently actually, through the used machinery, I'm pretty sure we've got to fix it when I've bought it. Which is daft, seeing as I bought it and then parked it up for a couple of months, didn't I? We didn't actually need to use it for a fair while. Must be a bit uneven there. Okay, so that's us rolling. We'll get this field finished off. When we come back, I'll probably be back over towards the farm, and we'll look at the other couple of jobs that we've got left to do. So not long. Right, the planting of our corn is finished. In fact, you seen us do that, didn't you? The rolling is finished. And I also took our self-propelled sprayer up there, and the bit that needed spraying off has now been sprayed. So I'm hoping that field's pretty much finished. I keep forgetting about this bale down here, don't I? So all I'm doing is I'm getting a headland off here. There's not much grass on it because I think the natural grass, sort of the meadow grass, however you want to call it, or whatever you want to call it, sorry, that takes a month longer to grow, doesn't it? So it's not as established as what it would have been originally. You can see how it should look on the other side of the road compared to how it actually does look where we're cutting. So there's not much grass coming off here. However, we haven't actually started the main bulk of the field yet, which is what we're about to do. This mowing setup, it's not the biggest, but it is, for what you get, really cheap. Not that we need to conserve money, I just thought it's not a one that we've used yet on 22, so we'll give it a go. It only cost something like 1,600 to lease, so it's not much at all. We do need a tedder, we will need a windrower, and we've got our baler. So I just thought with us doing here, we're not going to be making as much money as what we would have if we were doing silage. So yeah, I just thought we'd give it a go. For what you get, really, the price is mega good. I mean, for a series where we're possibly doing sort of smaller work, this would be ideal. I'm sure we'll use it again at some point. I need a definitive mowing setup on here basically. Every time I do this field I need to lease equipment because we don't have any, and I don't think any's ever come up in the used machinery section either. certainly not ones that are suitable. So yeah, every time we do it, we just keep picking different bits of kit. We've had the is it called the Crown M? I forgot this last time, didn't I? The Big M. We've had that. We've had that self-propelled John Deere, but that was just too small. We've had a few different butterfly mowers. I can't remember the name of it, but we had that really big setup last time, didn't we? Well, I say big. I'll show you. Not that. That one there. We got that last time. That was just mega expensive. But yeah, it'd be really good if one of them comes up in here. I think what we will do is, because we haven't had one yet, and I'm trying to keep this video a little bit shorter, I think we'll get a time lapse on. We will go through probably all the stages in a short time lapse, and then, like I said, there's a couple of other little jobs that I want to get done before we finish this episode, so we'll get the time lapse on now and we'll not be long. It's took us all day, but we're nearly done. We'll have a look, see what our... In fact, I can't see what our build total was, because just before I recorded this end segment, I had to come off the game for, like, it was literally 20 minutes as well. So I'm not going to be able to see until we start picking them up. I know at the last count I was into the 70s. I'd imagine now I must be into the 90s surely. But yeah, we'll have to have a look at that once we come and actually get them picked up. Which isn't going to be this episode. We're not going to be selling them this episode. I think we're already sort of half an hour in, something like that. We're certainly around that figure. Let's get that unloaded. Trying to think what else I said we need to do. I said I was going to have a look at the price of bread, didn't I? We have in general got a bit of fertilising to do, definitely with that grass. All that machinery. I know exactly what we're going to do. I know exactly what we're going to do if it's still there. I'll just get this parked up straight. Right, there we go. The class can stay attached to it for now. So, Vigitrack is 150 horsepower. Let's see how much we're going to go and get for this, because there was, just before I went off, there was a tractor in the used machinery that has a higher horsepower and would kind of fit on the map better as well. It'd be a bit more aesthetically pleasing after all of what I've said about the Vigitrack. Which, by the way, has been a really good tractor for us, despite being a mistake in the first episode. But it has been a really good tractor for us. But if we can get a slightly bigger one, because we've got the small John Deere. I'm not going to sell this until I know the other one's there. So, because we can do that now with the money that we've got. Yes, it's still there. So the 7810, John Deere 7810, 175 horsepower. We can put a front loader on it as well, which I don't think we need to at the minute, but we can put a front loader on. Wide tyres. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll stick with them wide tyres. Oh, I could put that on, couldn't I? How much is that? 15 grand. Now, does that work with... does this work with any bit of kit now then? I'm going to find that out. If that works with any bit of kit, then that would be ideal as well. I'd pay the money for that. So, we're going to get this 63,436. How big's that? 13.7 meters. How big's the one we've got? 15. So, no good. It's all about size on this map. Right, there we go. So, we'll repair, we'll repaint, and we'll get money back for that. We've ended up paying slightly more, haven't we? But only slightly more. Have we paid 5 grand more? I'm just thinking what total we might have had beforehand, which I think was 61,000, as opposed to we're now on 56. Let's have a look at the price of bread. If the price of bread is decent, that's what the last thing we'll do. Is this 3.2? We can get 2.6. May, yeah, because we'd have to wait until December anyway. So let's go and do that. So I mean, when I was saying it fits the map better, we had what was very much a European tractor in the Vigitrack, to this John Deere, which is very much a US tractor, isn't it? And we've already got a couple of John Deere bits of equipment as well. The harvester, we've got the smaller tractor, which I can't remember what it is. 64.5. What's that? About 100 horsepower, 105. So yeah, we've got that sort of theme going on. So I just thought we'd continue with that a little bit. That doesn't mean that every bit of kit we're going to get is going to be John Deere, because we can't do that anyway. We with the restrictions that we've got, that we place upon ourselves, we can't just pick and choose what bits of kit we want, sort of brand new. Just tip that over there. But if we don't sell these now, they're only going to sit there until December anyway, and it's a bit pointless. We're just starting to get... We're not going to have this problem on this map, but in No Man's Land we're just starting to get that whole too many pallets issue, which is a right pain. Why is that not going in there? What's the problem here? Yeah, we get into that because obviously we use the production massively, don't we, on No Man's Land, whereas we don't on Westbridge. In fact, we only have, well, technically I suppose we have 3 going, don't we? I was going to say we only have 2 going, but we have this one, but we also have to generate the flour. So there's the second one, and then we have the fabric at the spinnery that going as well. Right. Ah, there's another one just spawned as well. Even better. Right. Last one. Put that in the middle there. Excellent. Right. I think it was the farmer's market, wasn't it? Ah, the farmer's market's just plummeted. So, bowling restaurant. That's the one we're going to. I think, to be honest, that's the one that we've been to a couple of times when we've sold our bread. Oh, just bang into them roadworks there. Suddenly I'm forgetting how to drive. It's up there, the bowling alley. Oh, I was going to buy another field as well, wasn't I? Do you know what? I come off it for like the shortest period of time and I totally forget what we were doing. But I suppose I can buy the field from up here. As soon as we've unloaded this, we'll just have a look at... I think I know what field I'm going to buy anyway. There's a possibility we're going to buy 2 actually. And it has a good throaty sound to it, doesn't it? Ooh. Totally forgot that fence was there. Twice. Oh my word, what the on earth is wrong with us? Right, there it goes. So I think it was 9,000 litres we had on it. Not bad. Not bad at all. 26 grand. I can live with that. Let's just get reversed out. Right. Nothing else come up in there. So, the fields that I was looking at is this one here, which is 400,000. That one there, which is nearly 900,000, 883. So I couldn't get both of them. Both of them have got corn in. That one will be ready to be harvested next in-game month, which I think is the next video, isn't it? I'm sure we're in the second half of this month now. But then this one is obviously dead close to us and near to our silos, so there'd be less carton. However, I really would like to go to a different area of the map, and I think that's going to be the one we're going to go for. There's a possibility we might buy another one. The other ones that I was considering was one of these 2 here, which is next to our cow farm, but I think we're going to go over to this side. Let's buy this one here. So most of it is sandy loam and loam. No silty clay, it says. Is that just because it hasn't been... Oh no, so that's got loads of silty clay in that one. Right, we're going to buy it. 400 and... well, best part of 402,000. Let's teleport, because we can, over here. And this is it. Whoa. This is our new field. Corn, just about to be ready. It's right next to the baseball ground, isn't it? I think the baseball ground's just up there. Like I said, a bit of the map that we don't often come down to, but nice flat. Looks flat anyway. They won't mind. Yeah, pretty much flat. Square field should be quite easy to deal with. So that's our new field. So we have new kit, new field, and why is it? I wonder why he's just stood there. It's really weird. Is that because of this? Is he registering that that's waiting to go up or something? Or is he... nope. Just out enjoying the day. Right, on that note, we're going to leave it here. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.